Hi everybody, welcome to the TechHub.training Tableau Portfolio Visualization Challenge Solution. Alright, let's jump right in first by examining the data. Let's pull up the data. So first, on this first tab of the Excel sheet, it looks like we've got some stock price data. Shows the date, and the date ranges from looks like 2013 all the way to 2018. Alright, open, high, low, and close prices, the volume, the trading volume for that stock on that particular day, and then the stock ticker. And then let's look at the second tab. So this looks like it's the portfolio, kind of the portfolio breakdown of what is contained within the portfolio. So you've got the stock ticker, the industry that that stock is in, and then the number of shares that is held within the portfolio. So now that we've taken a look at the data, how about we jump right into making a visualization. So first, let's open a new Tableau workbook. Bring it in. Alright, so let's see, to start we're going to need to connect it to some data. So let's connect it. Our data source is a Microsoft Excel file. So click Microsoft Excel. Go to downloads. It's in here. Alright. So we've got it connected to our data set. And as you can see, we've got these two sheets coming in. So let's just drag the portfolio in and see what we have there. Alright, so it's pulling in the columns, right? And however, for our analysis, we're going to need to look at both the portfolio, but also the prices that are associated with those stocks. And so let's pull in the prices as well. And as you can see, it's going to already populate a relationship. Alright, and it's going to ask me, alright, what is this relationship? And so I'm going to select stock because that's what contains the stock ticker in the portfolio table. And then the name contains the stock ticker and the prices. Oh, it didn't select name. There we go. This is what contains the stock ticker in that. And so, you can, alright, so it pulled in our data, and if you select that one, it'll show that table. Alright, so now what we want is we want to analyze the fund's overall performance. And so what you see in the image, I guess, of the target chart that we want to make, it's basically showing what the overall portfolio value is for all of the entire portfolio. And so I think first what we need to do is we need to figure out, do we have a data point that shows us our total portfolio value? And the answer is no, we don't. Not as of now. But what we do have is we have the number of shares that we own of a particular stock, and then we also have the close prices of those particular stocks in a separate table. And so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to create a calculated field, and let's name that portfolio value. And so we're going to actually multiply the number of shares of a particular stock by that stock's close price. And so, alright. And so now you see we've got the portfolio value new data point, I guess, calculated field right there. Alright, so let's throw we're going to throw that into rows. And there's a lot of data, so it'll take a sec to load. But what this is going to show us is here's the sum of all of the portfolio value data points, right? This doesn't actually tell us anything. It's basically showing us the sum of all of the close prices that are contained within the prices data set for each one of the stocks that is within that is in our portfolio. So we need to throw the date in there to break it down, and let's change it to day. All right, so now we can see what our portfolio value is on a particular day. It's pretty handy. Now, just to make it look nicer, let's drop the size down because there's a lot of variations day to day. So it's easier to see the changes. Now we can go ahead and let's change this axis, and we're just going to edit it. So we're going to add, we're going to just add a little note there, that dollar sign, just so we know that, all right, this is in dollars. And then we can edit this axis, and let's just change it to date. We don't need day of date. Okay. Well, now let's add a filter because we may only want to view specific dates. So let's add a date filter, and we're gonna choose range of dates. Hit OK, and then let's show that filter. All right, so now we've got the date filter over here on the side. So if I do that, then it's gonna basically filter out those dates that are shown there. And to top it all off, let's just change the name of the chart to overall performance. Okay, so this is the first chart that we were trying to build, and it is going to analyze the overall performance of the fund by taking multiplying the number of shares that we own by the close price to show, all right, what is the total market value of a particular security that we own, and then it's going to sum all of those securities together to show what is the total portfolio value on a particular day. All right. So that's the first chart. Now let's move on to the second chart. And so this next chart is going to we're going to try to visualize how the portfolio is diversified among the industries. And so here we're going to end up using that industry information that was contained within the portfolio table that we saw at the beginning. So first, and as you can see in the photo, we're trying to create a tree map. It's one of the great charts where you can really see kind of a breakdown of just kind of how much, show percentages of the total. And so first, let's say, okay, industry, we're going to give that color, and the legend automatically populates. And then let's throw in, all right, we're going to want to look at the sum of the portfolio value as size. But instead of just showing portfolio value, we're going to add a table calculation. I'm not sure what that just did. Let's add a quick table calculation, and we're going to select percent of total. All right, so now it's showing us percent of total. And then let's just throw some labels in. So let's show industry as a label, and then we also want to show the sum of portfolio value, except instead of showing portfolio value, that's not as helpful. Let's show just what the percent of the total is. So now we see just percent of the total portfolio value. So basically, and then I guess actually, before I keep going, this chart is flawed because it's actually summing the entire period. And so what we need to do is we need to throw in a date filter, and we can only look at this chart on one particular date. And so we're gonna look at individual dates, and let's select from list, hit none, go down. We're gonna look at the most recent date. Okay, so this is the most recent date, and what this is telling us is that 19.36% of the total funds of the total portfolio value of the fund is invested in the communication services industry. 16.86% of the total fund the fund's total portfolio value on February 7th, 2018 is invested in consumer discretionary. And so this kind of gives us an idea of how our portfolio is diversified among all of these different industries. And that's it. That's both of the charts. I hope you enjoyed creating these visualizations and solving the challenge.